It almost seems like decades ago, but in reality it was only about a year ago that Topps graced us with their Topps Composite set. It was a set that was somewhat polarizing, but was really a fun set to rip. It introduced us to Topps Chrome, Topps Midnight, Topps Finest, Cosmic. We had some Allen and Ginter in there. We also had Resurgence. Resurgence is now grown up and it is its own set. We're going to be ripping that today and sticking with our theme of unlicensed cards this week, heading into the 2025 season. This is going to be my first rip of Resurgence, so let's take a look at what we got. Welcome back, everybody. Tyson from VS Card Hub. We're coming back with another rip. We are doing some Resurgence Mega Boxes today from Topps. We are sticking with the unlicensed theme this week. If you saw my last video, we did the 2025 Leaf Metal, looking for some of the rookies. We got some pretty decent cards. Once I finally went back and I looked at some of the players we pulled out of there, we did have some pretty decent prospects. At least one good rookie, some vets. It was a pretty decent little set there. Not too bad. I can't complain too much. But we're going to dive into this Topps. This is actually going to be my first time ripping this open this season. Kind of want to see what it looks like because Resurgence was probably one of the cooler sets that came out of Composite last year. I've seen a few of these boxes opened up. The cards look good. I kind of like somewhat of the Resurgence design when it was in the Composite. But I am curious to kind of see them actually up close in person, and maybe they look better in person. Same thing with the Leaf. When I opened up the Leaf Metal, like when I was looking at it on camera, okay, yeah, they looked pretty good, but like in person, they actually looked really good. So I want to see if Resurgence does the same. If it really wows me, if we can pull some good stuff. Obviously, we're looking for the rookie QBs, looking for some autos, numbered cards, looking for some color out of there, seeing if we can just find, something exciting. Chrome, as you can see in the back there, Chrome has really treated me well this year. So I'm hoping that Resurgence and then Signature Class coming up, I'm going to have another video on that, hoping that treats me well also. And then, obviously, like I said in the Leaf video, I'm going to be doing a battle of all three products. I'll be opening up all three of them, kind of see what we get. But today, we're all about the Resurgence. So these dropped about $65 a box, I believe they were. They've since come down to like 50, 55-ish, somewhere in there, catching them on sale and stuff. Kind of the curious thing with Topps is they are releasing a lot of their products, a lot of their hobby, mega boxes, all that stuff, and they're pricing them pretty much at the top end of where a lot of this stuff is going. Like I said, these dropped at about $65, which, at $65, you're looking at, if you can find them in stock, I will caveat that, you're looking at like Prism, Optic, that sort of thing. So it almost seems like, I've kind of said it before, talking to other folks, posting online, it seems like Topps is going for almost like a real-time market research. They're kind of throwing their products out there. They're throwing a little bit of everything out there because now we've gotten Finest, we've gotten Cosmic, we have Midnight, we now have Resurgence, we have Chrome, and they're just chucking out products and pricing them up there and seeing what people will buy. Topps is going to get the license. That's the elephant in the room. They're going to have the license next year. So it almost seems like they're kind of testing the waters and seeing what they could, what they could sell, what they can put out there, what people will pay for it, and what actually sells, what people like. And they're doing it in real time while making some money. There are people out there who say they will never open up unlicensed products. They will not collect anything that doesn't have a team logo on it. Cool, whatever. People will argue that till they're blue in the face. I'll take anything. I'll take, licensed, unlicensed. Some of the unlicensed stuff, actually looks really good. Like that's the like if you're collecting players, unlicensed or licensed shouldn't really matter. Yeah, they're not gonna have a logo, but if you're collecting a player, you're collecting a player. But I digress. I'll go down that hole for a long time. But yeah, it just seems like Topps is really kind of testing and seeing what they can do, because they're pushing this stuff out. They're pricing it at the high end, both hobby, megas, blasters, all that stuff. And then after a little while, all the prices are dropping because people kind of got it. They got it in their hands. They ripped everything open, got cool stuff, and then said, all right, whatever. And then all the prices dropped back down. So I don't know. We'll kind of see how it goes. We've got a year to kind of see what happens. So yeah. So yeah, these base cards, they actually look, I mean, the design is cool. I like the design. There's a Voltaic Frank Gore. So them guys basically will never go away, even though he's retired now after 50 years in the NFL. Still in the packs. There's a Adisa Isaac, rookie. That one is not numbered, so that is the blue parallel, and Rook and Eric All. So yeah, the cards look pretty cool. I don't mind them. I like them. It's a blue, I don't know what Topps calls this one. Disco? Circles? Possibly just circles. Oh, at least Panini's got Disco. But yeah, everybody has their own name for everything. So Panini's Hyper is Topps's Prism Refractor, and so on and so forth. But pretty cool cards. But yeah, obviously, going into this stuff, it's just like, man, these things are turbo glued. I try not to destroy these cards. Going into these, obviously, this is the only way you're going to get your rookie QB autographs. And that's really what you're looking for. There's the Glimmer and Gleam. So it's kind of one of the polarizing inserts that I've heard. Because, yeah, really not sure how that kind of vibes with the whole Resurgence thing. There's Mike Singletary. Pretty cool. Not numbered. And Leafow and Cole Bishop. I might actually get the cutter out for these, because these are... Well, we'll try one more. These are fighting me like crazy. Yeah. Could either sit here and struggle for a couple hours, or we can just cut these. And of course, I grabbed the one cutter that's not going to cut everything. Man. I'm about to have to stop this video and have my own little resurgence. Come on, we'll get it here. Like my first time doing this, man. They like super glue these things shut. Alright. Try this again. There's Emmitt Smith, Kelly, Jason Taylor. So pretty much just a ton of vets. You're getting a ton of vets here. There's Braden Fisk on the refractor. Not numbered on that one. Braden Fisk refractor and Emmitt Smith. So that should be our diamond refractor, or prism refractor, I should say. Emmitt Smith on the prism. So yeah, not terrible. The designs are almost, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the word to describe these. It's almost good, but too busy at the same time. I don't know. Yeah, kind of looking at it, I like it, but then at the same time, yeah, it's almost too busy. Man, I am just struggle busing today. This is rough. I'm having a rough time. There's my one piece of feedback, Topps. Make these packs a little bit easier to open. These are just like clamped shut. Bunch of vets. There's CJ Stroud. Would have been great last year. Like the background, okay. I know I've got a CJ around here somewhere, but the background like is cool. Like the electric theme and everything, cool. I don't know. I don't know. I can't. I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here putting myself at a loss of words trying to figure out how to describe it. So there's Tyler Guyton, Joshua Cardi, and Jackson Powers Johnson. Yeah, I'm trying to describe it. I can't think of the words to describe it. It's not busy. Well, it's busy, but not busy. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of, comparing it to last year and what Resurgence looked like when it came out of Composite. Resurgence back then, it was just, a lot of shapes and stuff and just kind of basic things. Here it almost seems like they really tried to shoehorn in. That's what I'm looking for. They tried to just shoehorn in almost too much of the electric theme. It looks good though. Like it still looks good. All right, Circuit Breakers, Malik Neighbors. We will take that. And Doug Flutie. Got some Flutie flakes in here. Roman Wilson and Chris Braswell. So no numbered cards so far. We've gotten a bunch of the parallels. No numbered, no autos. That's the one thing I am noticing compared to Chrome, with how much Chrome have opened up between running breaks over on Whatnot, opening up just Chrome here. Of course, these packs are going to open up now after I've sat there and struggled with the first couple. Opening up Chrome, like, we got so many hits out of Chrome, and this is just kind of, you get your base. It's your 4 little base veteran card, CJ Stroud, second year. There's a CJ Stroud, nice little refractor, I'll take that. And a Chop Robinson on the Prism refractor. And you get your rookies. So yeah, you basically get 1, maybe 2 cards, 2 inserts per pack. And other than that, you're just getting some base cards. Yeah. At least the way I remember Chrome, like Chrome had tons of inserts. Now I'm kind of looking forward to comparing them. I want to see what the signature class looks like, and then I'm looking forward to actually comparing the Resurgence and Chrome and signature class, kind of see how they stack up against each other. Because so far, Resurgence is just kind of Resurgence. There's Tyke Smith on the refractor. We do have an extra parallel in here. Is this going to be a rookie? Is this going to be autograph? Nope. But I saw the DA for Dallas, Turner for Electro-Lights.
For the last time, I'm pretty sure what's killing the crops is this Brondo stuff.
But Brondo's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes.
So wait a minute. What you're saying is that you want us to put water on the crops?
Yes.
Water? Like out the toilet?
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be out of the toilet, but yeah, that's the idea.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
This is one of the SPs, though. That's one of the SP inserts. Nice little short print, not numbered. John Elway, and there's Quinyon Mitchell and Blake Corum. Cool. So we got one of the short print inserts. I don't think that's a quote unquote case hit, but it is on the box there. You can actually see it right in the front. Electro-Lights.
But Brondo's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes.
SP inserts. So that would be one of those of Dallas Turner. Not a terrible player. Would have been nice to get that of, QB, maybe JJ McCarthy instead. Caleb, Bo. But we'll take it. So yeah, not terrible. I like them. I like the design. Like I said, it just kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm going off of memory. I have to go open up some composite after this just to refresh my memory a little bit and give me something to rip. There's a little Drew Brees. Theo Johnson on the blue. There's Will Shipley and Ricky Pearsall. Yeah, I've not done hobby or any of that stuff. The Breakers Delight of this. I don't know if I'll really dive into that because, like I said, Topps is really pricing their stuff up at the top end of the pricing, top end of the market. Like their hobby boxes are up in like I think they were up in $400, $500 market or mark area. These were pretty much at the top end of the mega box pricing. Like I said, they've come back down since then, so it's not as terrible. There's a little Bucky Irving on the Circuit Breakers and Christian Okoye. There we go. I have a little Caleb Williams. We'll take that. They've come down, but yeah, Topps is like they're pricing their stuff up. The hobby, Breakers Delight, all that stuff, it is coming down a little bit. But yeah, when I got these ones, when I ordered them, I looked at the hobby and everything when I was doing the big comparison of all the hobby boxes and pretty much everything Topps. It's all priced out. It's like super expensive. So Topps is pricing everything like they already have the license. Kind of seeing what everybody says, if people still buy it, if people like what they're putting out, and then they're just kind of bringing it down from there. So they're kind of shooting high and then bringing everything down. There's Ladd McConkey on the Voltaic. Gonna have a good year. Looking forward to Ladd. Little Peyton Wilson. And Chris Jenkins and this dude. Michael Pratt. Mr. Practice Squad. Been on practice squad for 2 teams now this year. Yet he's still in all the packs. Still finds his way into the checklist. 2 packs left. No numbered cards. I'll go back and take a quick look, but no numbered cards. No autos. Like I said, Chrome I think has way more hits than this. Like this is kind of low-key snoozy. Jerry Rice. Yep, there's our vet still. Glimmer and Gleam Jerry Rice and a little Jerry Rice on the orange and blue. Little disco balls, circles. Drake May and Trey Benson. So yeah, kind of a snooze fest. Not gonna lie. Was hoping for at least an auto or a numbered card. I mean, we got one of the short prints. That's cool. Dallas Turner. I mean, we'll take it. But yeah, compared to Chrome and some of the other stuff, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how Topps is. I don't know if this was a $65 boxes. All right, I'm sorry I said bad things. Just let me open the pack. Come on. I said mean things about Topps, and now the last pack is, of course, going to fight me. There we go. All right, let's see if we get some last pack mojo. We at least have a couple colored cards in here. We got a refractor of Terrell Davis. There's Jonathan Brooks. Fortunately, going to miss all of 2025 now as well. That re-injured knee. Hopefully he comes back. Like, it kind of sucks. Like, he was going to have a really good career. Was looking really good. Or, at least coming out of college. And then tore his knee in college. Rehabbed. And then tore it coming back trying to play in the pros. Which kind of sucks. Got a couple that snuck by me there. Throw these guys in sleeves. We'll take a quick look. But, yeah, I don't think we got anything numbered. We did get one of the short print Electro-Lights. It's what plants crave. It's what Brondo's got. Those Electro-Lights. So Glimmer and Gleam. Yeah, we got at least, Bucky. A lot of vets. Caleb base. Theo. Pretty much we only got QBs on the base. Here's our Electro-Lights.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
It's got what plants crave. CJ Stroud. Smith, yeah, so nothing crazy. I mean, there it is, Resurgence. It's a cool set. It looks good. I still like I don't know. Just going off of memory, I think I still like what the composite had in it last year for Resurgence. These are cool. It does seem like they kind of tried to almost shove too much design into it. I still like it. Cool stuff, but it would be nice if the mega boxes had more than just one colored card, which is mostly no-name rookies and veterans that haven't played in 10 or 15 years. It's not. There's a reason why these are dropping way down in price. It's not $65 box. I can say that right now. Cool stuff. Not a $65 box. We'll rip at least one more when we compare all these to each other, but compared to Chrome, definitely not as many hits. Anyways, thank y'all for hanging out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate everybody checking out the channel and checking out the rips, and I will catch y'all next time.